We cut through the noise to bring you, well, the critical insights you need. And today, we're taking a really urgent look at something deeply concerning. It's a sophisticated, multi-phase scam. It's just devastating the financial security of, well, often vulnerable people. We're diving into what the FBI is now calling the phantom hacker scam. And it's phantom not because there's some, invisible cyber ghost. No, the whole threat and the hackers, it's just an illusion. A sophisticated one designed purely to manipulate you into emptying your own accounts. So our mission today is clear. We're going to unpack this whole cunning scheme. We'll look at its distinct phases, understand how cutting-edge AI is being used to make it even worse, more insidious, and crucially, we'll talk about concrete steps you can take, things you can actually do to protect yourself and your loved ones from falling victim.
Yeah. And the seriousness here, it's hard to overstate. We're talking staggering financial losses already, billions potentially, and senior citizens. They're the primary target, which is just heartbreaking. This isn't just like losing money. It's a devastating loss of trust, independence, that sense of security people work their whole lives for.
Okay, yeah. Let's unpack this then. Starting with just how big this problem is. The FBI is really sounding the alarm, and you can see why. Just recently, FBI Los Angeles posted a reminder. This was July 15th. They highlighted this phantom hacker scam has already cost Americans over $1 billion since at least 2024. That's billion with a B. It's a chilling number when you think about the real people, the lives behind that figure. And the FBI is very clear. The main target audience are senior citizens. But beyond the numbers, what makes this group so vulnerable to this specific type of scam?
That's really the core question, isn't it? It gets to why the scam works so well. Pete Nicoletti, he's the Chief Information Security Officer at Checkpoint. He calls the impact on seniors just devastating. And what's fascinating, or maybe disturbing, is how these criminals aren't just random. They craft these stories, these narratives, specifically to exploit anxieties, worries about financial security, for sure, but also, crucially, a deep-seated trust in authority.
Right, like trusting someone who sounds official.
Exactly. Seniors were often raised with, maybe, a stronger sense of civility, a greater deference to official-sounding requests. They might be less comfortable with technology sometimes, making them more susceptible to these complex digital tricks, and maybe less likely to immediately question someone presenting themselves as support or, the government. It's this combination that makes them uniquely vulnerable to these emotionally manipulative schemes. And the consequences, like you said, can be catastrophic, losing entire life savings, retirement accounts, decades of work just gone, in days sometimes.
It's that vulnerability, that trust that they just twist and exploit across these multiple phases, right? It's quite intricate. Let's break down how that actually unfolds. Phase 1. The tech support imposter. This is kind of the deceptive entry point where the manipulation starts often when you least expect it.
Yeah, the foot in the bore.
Exactly. So scammers make first contact, usually through channels that feel legitimate, a text message, maybe a phone call, an email that looks real, like it's from a known company. They pose as tech support imposters. And the first big step, the critical one, they trick victims into downloading remote access software.
The remote access. Always a huge red flag.
Huge. Because once they have that, it's like handing over the keys to your house, digitally speaking. The game really begins then. And with that access, the scammers then guide the victims to open their own financial accounts. Right there on the screen.
While the scammer watches.
Yes. And the excuse. It's usually something like, we need to check if there have been any unauthorized charges. The FBI actually points this out as the most lucrative for targeting. They're basically having you open the vault for them, show them where everything is, all while pretending to help you.
It's psychologically very clever, actually. It taps into something called the principle of reciprocity. By pretending to help you solve a problem, those fake unauthorized charges, they build this false sense of trust and urgency.
Like you owe them something for helping.
Sort of. Or at least that you're working together. You feel like you're actively participating in fixing things, so your guard drops. The victim doesn't realize they're giving up control. They think they're being careful, proactive. It's classic social engineering, making you feel like you're helping yourself, when really you're just handing over everything they need.
And that initial involvement, that feeling of being in control, even though it's false, that's the bait for the next stage. So after this fake investigation, once they've picked an account to target, the scammer tells the victim, okay, you'll get another call. This one's for further instructions, and it'll be from the fraud department of your bank.
Right, setting up the handover.
They've built the story, primed the victim, and now they pass them along to the next player in their little drama, which takes us straight into phase 2. the financial institution imposter. Now, a second imposter calls. This one sounds like they're genuinely from the bank or financial institution.
Picking up right where the first one left off.
Exactly. So this call seems to perfectly validate the tech support interaction from before. It just deepens the illusion that this is all legitimate.
Layer upon layer of deception.
Yeah, it's a long con, very intricate, makes it incredibly hard for someone caught in the middle to suspect anything's wrong. So this bank imposter, they present this fabricated crisis. They tell the victim, often sounding very urgent, very dramatic, funds have been accessed by a foreign hacker.
Instant panic trigger.
Absolutely. Creates intense fear, a powerful urge to act now to protect their assets. It's all about pushing those emotional buttons, right? Where rational thought gets drowned out by fear, and then comes the crucial, devastating instruction.
Let me guess, move the money somewhere safe.
You got it. They're told they must move their money to a safe third-party account immediately. To prevent the hacker from stealing more, can you imagine the terror? Believing you're moving your life savings away from a hacker?
Only to hand deliver it to the actual criminals.
Yeah.
It's truly awful. And this is where the money just vanishes, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Often into thin air. The criminals tell victims exactly how to move it. Wire transfer, cash, sometimes cryptocurrency.
Methods that are hard to reverse.
Very hard. Intentionally chosen because they're difficult, often impossible, to trace or recover once that transaction goes through. It's not like disputing a credit card charge. Once that wire is sent or that crypto moves, it's effectively gone.
Wow.
And what's even more insidious, connecting this to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
This often isn't just one transaction. It frequently involves multiple transactions over a span of days or months.
Oh, man. So they keep coming back.
They keep coming back to the well until it's completely dry. It's a prolonged, systematic draining. Increases the total loss, prolongs the emotional nightmare.
Unbelievable. And just when you think it cannot possibly get any worse. Phase 3, the U.S. government imposter.
Oh, they bring out the big guns.
Right. In this final, maybe the most insidious phase, the victim might get another call. This time from someone posing as a U.S. government employee, not just the bank now, but the authorities themselves, adding this huge layer of perceived legitimacy and pressure.
So what's the play here? More money moving.
Yep. Their role is to convince the person to move even more of whatever funds might be left, often to what they call an alias account, like a temporary, supposedly secure holding place.
But really just another account the scammers control.
Exactly. Again, all under the guise of protection. It's just relentless. An escalating attack on their finances, their trust in banks, trust in the government, everything.
The impact of bringing in the government angle is, well, it's profound. It leverages that ultimate authority figure, exploits that deep-seated trust people have, or the fear they might have, of official government bodies.
Right, you don't question the government lightly.
Precisely. It adds this immense layer of legitimacy, maybe even fear of getting into trouble if they don't comply. It makes the whole scam incredibly convincing, incredibly hard to question, even as their money is just vanishing. So what does this all mean for the victim? I mean, this whole multi-layered approach, it's just masterfully designed. It completely disorients them, isolates them, manipulates them into becoming an active participant in their own financial destruction. They genuinely think they're doing the right thing, protecting themselves, and they're led straight into ruin. It's devastating.
It really is. And now, as if the human manipulation wasn't bad enough, there's this next piece which is genuinely unsettling. Our sources highlight the role of artificial intelligence AI in making these scams even more effective.
Yes, the AI factor.
How is AI taking this to a new level, a really kind of terrifying level?
It's a major evolution, yeah. Moving way beyond those old generic spam emails we used to get.
Yeah.
Pete Nicoletti from Checkpoint, he really emphasizes this.
Yeah.
Scammers aren't just blasting messages out anymore. They're getting personal. AI is being used actively to look for specific characteristics and profiles of potential victims online, scraping data, looking for patterns.
So they're using AI to, what? Read your social media, find your hobbies?
Very much. It's not just targeting demographics anymore. It's about personalized weaponization of your own information.
Wow. Okay, so they're basically reading your online diary to build the perfect trap. It's like Big Brother meets con artist.
That's a good way to put it. And Nicoletti gives this really vivid example. Imagine a senior citizen posts on Facebook. Maybe they mention they collect Corvettes.
Okay, a specific interest.
Right. AI can flag that detail instantly. Then it might combine it with other public info. Maybe a recent trip they mentioned, a local event they attended, even something they searched for online. This lets the scammers craft a highly convincing, multi-layered phishing attempt, not just a generic email. For instance, a message saying, hey, remember that specific Corvette model you were looking at last month? We've got one available, special deal, just $500 down, and we'll deliver it right away.
Whoa, that's incredibly specific.
Exactly. And this AI-driven personalization, it preys not just on your interests, but maybe on common things like forgetfulness or wanting a good deal. It might even simulate interactions, referencing things only you would know from your recent activity. It blurs that line between a legitimate offer and a malicious scam because it feels like it's talking directly to you about your life.
Yeah, much harder to dismiss as just random spam.
Definitely. And it really raises this important question, doesn't it? How do we adapt? How do we teach digital literacy and, frankly, skepticism when AI can make fake messages look so real, so tailored?
It's a whole new ballgame for deception. Okay, and now for the really tough part, the harsh reality we have to talk about, getting the money
Is the
back.
recovery aspect?
It's extremely rare, isn't it? Nicoletti gives some pretty sobering stats. He says victims have maybe single-digit percentages chance, specifically 10, 15% at the absolute best.
Wow, that low.
That low. But here's the catch. That's only if the fraud is reported the same day.
The very same day it happens.
Yes, he reinforces it. If reporting is delayed beyond that, it's not good. It's gone.
Oof.
It just highlights how critical awareness is and acting immediately if you even suspect something is wrong. It's literally a race against time. And sadly, most victims lose that race. The emotional toll of realizing that, it must be immense.
Which is exactly why prevention is just. It's everything. It's absolutely vital. Nicoletti's strongest advice, it's for families. He talks about having dinner time discussions with loved ones, especially seniors.
So communication is key.
It's paramount. Protection isn't just about having the latest antivirus software, you know. It's about open, empathetic communication, building that safety net of trust within the family.
Okay, so for a quick takeaway on prevention, what are the absolute non-negotiables, the instant red flags?
Right, the immediate hang-up moments. Two big ones. Red flag one. No legitimate bank, no government agency, nobody legitimate will ever demand remote access to your computer to fix something or secure your account, ever.
You'd never give remote access.
Got it. Red flag two. They will never, ever instruct you to move your money to a safe third-party account or an alias account or buy crypto or gift cards to protect your funds. That's the scam itself.
Okay, so remote access and moving money to a weird account, instant hang up.
Instant hang up. Don't argue, don't engage, just hang up. Beyond those bright red lines, families should talk proactively about other suspicious signs, like any unexpected requests for personal info, social security number, passwords, PNs, or any kind of pressure to act immediately. High pressure is a classic scam tactic.
Don't let them rush you.
Exactly. Give yourself time to verify. And it's crucial to create a safe space, especially for seniors, where they can talk about any suspicious call or email without feeling embarrassed or ashamed. Always verify unexpected requests through official channels. Find the official number for your bank or the agency online on a statement, whatever. Call that number. Never call back the number the suspicious person gave you.
Good point. Use a known, trusted number.
Yeah. It really comes down to fostering an environment where asking for help, getting a second opinion, is seen as smart and strong, never as a weakness.
Okay, so let's recap this deep dive then. We've laid out the 3 insidious phases of this phantom hacker scam. Tech support imposter, financial institution imposter, and the U.S. government imposter.
It's a triple threat.
We've talked about the really critical and, frankly, scary role of AI in personalizing these attacks, making them incredibly convincing. And we've hit on the harsh reality, the extremely low chance of getting your money back once it's gone, underscoring just how devastating this is.
Yeah.
This whole discussion really hammers home why staying vigilant, being skeptical, and maybe most importantly, having those open, honest, proactive conversations with family, why it's all more critical than ever.
Absolutely.
It's not just about protecting, dollars and cents in a bank account. It's about protecting peace of mind, independence, the security people have built over their entire lives.
Couldn't agree more. In this world we live in now, so interconnected, where AI lets scammers create these incredibly sophisticated deceptions, our strongest defense isn't just going to be fancier technology or being individually smart. It's informed vigilance, yes, but also strong, supportive communities. strong family bonds, places where asking for help, double-checking something suspicious is always encouraged, never shamed, never dismissed.
Right. That community aspect is huge. And that kind of leaves us with a final provocative thought for everyone listening. How do we, as individuals, as a society, how do we adapt our basic understanding of trust and authority? Especially in an age where digital imposters can be so convincing, where the lines between real help and malicious scams are just expertly blurred by these criminals. And maybe more importantly, how can we actively build environments in our families, our communities, where reaching out, seeking clarification, asking for help is always seen as a sign of strength, never weakness? Something to think about. Share this deep dive. Definitely discuss it with your own circles. Let's work together to protect ourselves and the people we care about.